Well, I've been ignoring this corner and I've just decided to have a weeding day, and I'm quite surprised what is happening in this corner. We've got geraniums, hardy geraniums, borage, 2 pots of mint, and let me have a smell, lemon. And this one is, I think they're both the same. Yep, you could do with smelly vision, couldn't you? So we've got lemon mint coming up. My clematis that I took from a little cutting off my big clematis down the garden is doing well. I had to have a chop off at the top. There's another clematis here. This is a whitish one, and that is yes, good question. It's just gone straight out of my mind. Jasmine. There we are. I had to take the tops off because it was going into the shed and it wasn't where I wanted it to grow. And the clematis is starting to bud at the bottom, which I'm happy. But I don't think the jasmine is, but never mind. Seeing as we're talking about clematis and that cutting that I put further up off this bush, just look at this. I noticed this morning. I hadn't noticed it. It had all come out in bud. I don't know how long it's been out in bud, but I only noticed it this morning when I turned round after I was going back in and looked up the garden, and for some strange reason spotted all the top on the top. Right on the top is absolutely full of buds, so it won't be long before it's in flower. And I hadn't spotted that my rhubarb was coming out. I'd got some pots and all sorts on here, and I noticed a little leaf. I moved everything and I got loads of rhubarb coming. Look at that. That's looking nice. I've weeded my butterfly bush, my big one. I've got 2 more little ones that are on the summer house, so that's looking quite nice. And then amongst the weeds I spotted my lilies coming up, so I've weeded them all and put some manure on the top. Well rotted manure. Oh, that's got a bit in that plant. That's not going to like that. So it's another job I've done. So I'm going round weeding. I missed that one though. I had a quick weed just. There we are. I'm going around weeding and putting a layer of compost round all the pots. Same with these. Weeded this. This was absolutely covered in weeds, and that one's quite a nice little fuchsia coming up nicely. There is salvia, purple salvia. I haven't weeded that one yet though. Got to weed round there. There's some weeds. This one's not coming up yet, but it's very similar to the one I've got in the tunnel, so it don't matter if it doesn't. My bleeding heart has had a weed and some manure. So has my Aquilegias and some more of my lilies. And some more over there. They were coming through, but I've just covered them. Quick update on the cabbage. Spring cabbage is looking nice. They are quite big, and so is the mustard greens behind. And if we come across to my garlic, they look good. So do my spring onions, and so does my onions at the back of that one. You can't really see it because of the net. Lettuce seems to be doing well. Got more lettuce just sprouting up. Them at the back's doing well. Don't know why these at the front. It's all different packages, so some of the packets were old, so that might be why they've not done as well as them at the back. I've been busy. I've got the next piece of bubble wrap on, and over this side as well, and these are all my dahlias. I've been in, well, not quite all. I've been and fetched all my dahlias that I'd stashed away in different places, and brought them out, and some of them's already coming up. So I've got them all watered. There's just the ones that I took out of that other bed. I've got to find pots for them, and there's one or two that is underneath a table with a tarpaulin over that was in big pots. I'm just going to bring them out and put them somewhere sunny. So I've been busy. I've brought another salvia in and another fuchsia, and that's my hawk's head, and I bet you it's dead. I don't do very well with a hawk's head. I'm not buying no more. And as usual, all my seedlings, all my plants are all in here, enjoying the sun. The temperature's been up to 34 in here, but last night it only went down to 0.9, so nearly 1. So I'm hoping it's not going to go quite as cold as that in here tonight. Now we've got more bubble wrap up, but as usual, they'll be going back in the shed. The rose I saved, there it is, and it's going to climb up this. I'm going to kind of train it round. At the minute it's just sticking out at the back, but as it grows a bit bigger, I'm going to thread it through. I need to paint this the same colour as my summer house, and I've got another one for the other side. So since I haven't managed to save any of the other roses, I've got to buy myself a new rose. So these have been potted up into new pots to match the summer house, so they're going to go one at each side of the summer house as well. We have bamboo, and this is, it's like a grass, but it looks a bit like a bamboo. When it gets older, these stems are quite thick and they've got like brown bits as they come up. So they're all ready and sorted. My hostas are coming up in these 2 pots, and I have these either side as well. Got a spare one over there. Next job, I'm going to tackle the nettles. I've gone and found some gloves, so every pot that looks like this is having all the nettles pulled out of it to find out whether there's anything else coming back underneath.